Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the reaction show, Bussin With The Boys, the NFL portion of all of that. Before I get into our main sponsor, you might see all the boys, not just me and Will Compton, rocking some nice little merch around here. That is because winter is coming. And when winter comes, who else comes? A fat man down your chimney. Let's give a round of applause for our "'Tis the Season"
for
Christmas merch. Christmas merch going down. Bussin With The Boys is presented by FanDuel Sportsbook, America's #1 sportsbook. Let me break it down for you. First touchdown, $1 million. Last touchdown, $1 million. That's $2 million in the pot off of either the first or the last touchdown, and that's what FanDuel has for us every single Thursday. If you opt into FanDuel's Thursday night football touchdown jackpot promo and place an anytime touchdown score, and the player scores either the first, wait for it, or the last touchdown of the game, you will win your bet and a share of that $2 million in bonus bets. So who's scoring? Nick Chubb or Nico Collins, maybe James Cook or even Josh Allen. Josh Allen, Clump has a nice little stat about Josh Allen we'll get into in a second. No matter who you think is putting the points on the board, make sure you opt into that touchdown jackpot promo, place an anytime TD bet, and tune in to see if they score the first or the last touchdown of the game. If they do, you're walking away with an even bigger win. You can visit fanduel.com/bussin to get started today. Let's get into the reactions. Let's talk about NFL. Things are chaos. Things are going crazy right now. And as much as things change, they somehow stay the same. When you look at the Eagles and the Lions, it's like, oh my God. You're looking at a Kansas City Chiefs team that's 500, while the Denver Broncos are what, 9-2? 8-2?
Broncos, one of them.
One of them. There's something in two.
There's something in two.
There's something in two. But let's go ahead and trickle down to the Thursday night football game that took place. I know you boys did a stream if you guys want to talk about that. My little ass was in Arizona, taking care of some stuff right there, but Patriots did what the Patriots have consistently done this entire year. They're also 9-2. They get themselves a 27-14 win over a powerhouse New York Jets team.
Yeah, we can get in the AFC East. We'll start in the AFC East. Like Patriots, they're incredible.
They're incredible.
And everybody, too, that's talking about they have the easiest schedule in the NFL, like, sure, statistically, analytically, you can say that. But this is the NFL. This isn't college football.
Right. And something to put in people's minds, when you have the easiest schedule, you're going against the easiest teams because they were bad last year. They had better draft picks in that. So they should statistically get better as a team if their front office is doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Right. And no matter what the expectation coming into this season was, like, Patriots could compete maybe for the second. They'll be in that kind of second or third range of the AFC East, like it's the Bills. This is the Bills that have Josh Allen year. Like these are, it's the Buffalo Bills talk every year. This was purely like a rebuilding expectation for the New England Patriots. And the way they look right now, the way Drake May looks in the pocket, like the dude makes the game look easy. Mm-hmm. He's calm. Like you'll hear about quarterbacks. I want to say Bo Nix might be one. Who else? Where they just rocket the ball, where they just throw the ball hard.
Caleb Williams.
With Cam Ward at times. But you watch Drake May, the touch he puts on these balls, and just the poise and calm he has, like when he's maneuvering around the pocket, when he's breaking tackles. The dude is a baller. Right now, I think, too, after you watch the Sammy Darnold and Matt Stafford play the Rams Seattle game, Jonathan Taylor was on a bye week, but those quarterbacks, Sammy D and Stafford, kind of being in the MVP conversation, I feel like Drake May is, right now, he is the leader. He is at the forefront. I know he's at the front of the odds, but everybody kind of had everybody pocketed in there on who's going to show up as the MVP. I think after this weekend, Drake May is the MVP of the NFL right now. Josh Allen's starting to creep in there. You have a 6-touchdown game.
He'll
be back in the conversation.
Matthew Stafford, he had 3 touchdowns yesterday, didn't he? 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Like, yet again.
I had like what do you have? What was his stat line? Stafford, 130 yards. He had 130 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Right, and so it's really those two guys, especially after Sammy D has himself a 4-interception game. Those two guys. I mean, the guy who I think we should be waving the flag for a little bit more is a guy that was on a bye week this week, Jonathan Taylor. Like people are talking about this is a quarterback award. It really just seems with the quarterback. Somebody needs to, at the very least, draw a line in the sand and hold the flag for some of these other positions getting this MVP award. And Jonathan Taylor, if there's going to be anybody this year, it's going to be him.
Yeah, if he comes out again, I feel like for running backs, it's harder as a running back because it's usually a QB-dominated award. Unless Jonathan Taylor continues to do what he's been doing and gets like 30 touchdowns on the season, it'll be hard for him to get that award. Right. Now, if he gets 30 touchdowns or if he breaks a touchdown record or has 2,000 on the ground, like he's a versatile running back, like the Colts, I think are for real. Like where are they at right now? They'd be like the 2 seed. Would they be the 2 seed behind?
They lost.
Or would the Broncos be? Either way, you got the Broncos, you got the Colts, you got the New England Patriots. If he finishes the way he's been performing, I just feel like it's much harder for a running back to do. He absolutely should be in the conversation.
Absolutely.
I just feel like right now it's Drake. Right now it's Drake May. I mean, Patriots 2-loss team, number 1 in the AFC. Drake May, Mike Vrabel,
Coach of the Year
for Coach of the Year.
Yeah, it is. It cannot be understated. It cannot be understated what the New England Patriots and Mike Vrabel has done with the culture already in 1 year. You've already kind of splashed on it a little bit. Like, if they went 4-13 this year, people will be like, that's kind of the expectation is to be like a bottom of the barrel team. They didn't have the roster. They don't have the guys. They had a bad year last year. Drake May, in the early part of the season, everyone's like, he needs another year to develop and become the quarterback that the New England Patriots want him to be. They have thrown all that out of the window. They're playing sound, complete defense. They have the number 1 rush defense in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Drake May has, I think at this point we can just say he's throwing the best deep ball in the entire NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they are balanced. They're a balanced attack on offense. Their offensive line is playing well for how young they are, especially on the left side of that offensive line. It is truly impressive to see what Mike Vrabel has done in New England.
Yeah,
incredible, absolutely incredible.
Then you look at the Bills, massive win over the Buccaneers. It started off when Josh Allen threw that pick and stuff. I was like, man,
it's about to, and yeah, it backed up.
Yeah,
it's like, bro, this is really going to. This might be the end of the Bills for this season. I'm never going to count them out. Like, if Josh has a bad year, next year I'm like, well, it's Josh Allen. Like, that's a one-off.
You're thinking more they're going to be in the wild card conversation.
Yeah, maybe. Because then you start. I mean, if they spiral that game, if it was the pick, and then it just kept going that way, similar to it for them last week. It's like, yeah, what is this team really? Because when you look at the Bills' defense, they clearly have an issue. And it's, if you can run the ball effectively between the tackles, you're going to beat the Bills. That is kind of what...
You'll be in position.
You'll be in a position to beat the Bills. You'll be able to stay in the game because, like you pointed out after that Atlanta Falcons game, like, they're light in the ass. And when you're light in the ass and you can do gap scheme downhill runs from under center, you are going to be in a world of trouble if you're Josh Allen, because he played some backyard football yesterday. It was absolutely incredible what he does, but how often can we expect him to do these things when he has a wide receiver room the way he does? You know?
And he, what is it? Second time in his career that he's had 3 passing and 3 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah. And Clumpy, you just had the mic in your hand. Give us that stat you were talking to us about.
Josh Allen currently has 75 career rushing touchdowns, which is tied for the most in NFL history by a quarterback.
Who is he tied with?
Cam Newton. This is only Josh Allen's 8th year, and we got safely 5+ years of elite play probably from Josh Allen still.
Barring a major injury, Josh Allen is going to wipe the floor with that record.
Yeah.
One of a kind player.
And the 3-3, like, the record is held by somebody who played
I think it was Frank Tarkenton.
Back in the 50s.
What is it? Fran? Yeah, and he did it 3 times. So Josh Allen is only 1 game away from tying that record.
Back in the 1950s.
1950s.
Impressive stuff.
Yeah.
They didn't even throw the ball in the 1950s. So that, like, 1950s one's kind of impressive.
Yeah.
Kind of impressive little deal.
It's crazy that he's so good at running the football, but I don't know if you guys saw his deep ball to Shavers, I believe. Just scrambling around and then just a bomb. Like, he's a freak player.
But he really is. And his offensive line is good too. Like, they have the opportunity. James Cook, he can run it at a clip anytime he wants. Like, their offense can be really good. They should be more consistent. But their defense is the thing that scares me when we're talking about postseason.
Dude, yes.
Yeah, if we're talking about championships, Super Bowl, Lombardi Trophy, Will Compton, Taylor Lewan, throwing beam through a table, I'm concerned about right now that in November.
Yeah. Can we bring up, while we're talking about this next thing, can we bring up New England and Buffalo's rest of their schedules? Right.
One thing we'll motor past it pretty quickly, but it is getting a little more interesting to me. The Miami Dolphins. Okay, they've won 2 in a row. And I'll tell you the biggest difference about the Miami Dolphins is they're not doing this cute motion, everything, tricky dick type of offense. They're actually just getting under center and running downhill plays with HN. They're running play action pass, and you can see a massive change in their offense. Obviously, it was 13-13. They win an overtime game after Marcus Mariota in the overtime throws a pick quickly. They go kick the 3 and it's over. But like, their offense seems so much more controlled, time of possession. It's just something to keep your eye on. I'm not saying that the Miami Dolphins are going to be anything, but watching how quickly they've transitioned their offensive scheme, something to keep your eye on. Something to, whisper, if you're a Miami fan, be like, maybe we got something going on here.
Now, I love that you brought that up because football fans out there, football fans everywhere, we're in such a prime time of the season because here's where chaos ensues. If you watch, and if you're also in college, again, college will drop here later on, or they'll be later in the episode. But if you're on audio, they'll be later in the episode. But if you love chaos,
which we do on this bus,
how some of these conversations could shift around the Dolphins because, realistically, like they can't lose another game.
Yeah.
But for them to get in some of these potential wild card spots, here's the rest of their schedule. They got the Saints. They're on a bye week right now. Then they have the Saints. Then they have the Jets. Then they have the Steelers, Bengals, Buccaneers, and Patriots to end the year. You look at Bucks, Patriots, the way the Steelers are playing, they're so inconsistent. You have no clue. You never know.
Right. They're like the Falcons. Like if the Steelers win the week before they play the Dolphins, you assume they're going to lose to the Dolphins.
Yeah. But over the next two, you got Saints and Jets. And right there, they could be making a little comeback to where they'll be sitting at 6-7. They could be sitting at 6-7. And the conversations with the Miami Dolphins and the potential chaos of the NFL, it could be alive and well. Because again, you got Saints and Jets. Then the Steelers, they'll have to play at Pittsburgh, but they will be playing some December. They'll be playing December football, some meaningful games in December.
Yeah.
Then you got the Bengals after that. Then obviously you end with the Bucks and Patriots, but they could be in play.
Interesting.
They could be looking at playoff mode in December.
Patriots could bench their starters in the last game of the year too, so that could that could be a little free win too.
It could
they gotta
be a
beat
little
the Bucks,
free win.
basically.
I see Braves may play them for a half at least. But it's in New England. We obviously know the Miami Dolphins, how they handle the cold, not very well. But you see that Bucks game, bro. If they don't get healthy, and Baker Mayfield, he's got to keep scrambling the way he is. Like, it's hard to believe that Baker's been able to stay healthy the entire year, having to play the way he is to keep his team going. We could be getting into that late December, early January with a no Baker Mayfield's Bucks and then the Patriots sitting their team.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the Miami Dolphins are kicking the Kansas City Chiefs out of the playoffs.
Well, Chiefs, they could be out of the playoffs.
Buddy.
Right now, they're out of the playoffs.
Right. But if you said, if I looked at you and I said, Dolphins or Chiefs, you're going to take the Chiefs. I understand your little thing you got with the Chiefs, buddy, but come on. Fired their GM. McDaniels is a dead man walking right now. Like the Chiefs.
You can't honestly think the Dolphins are a better football team than the Chiefs.
Why can't we think that way? Yeah. The Chiefs are, 0-5 in one-score games? Like the Chiefs, here's what's going to be painted for the rest of the year. If anybody can do it, the Chiefs can do it. But right now, like the Chiefs, they just don't have any of that juju going for them.
Yeah.
Any of it.
Last year, the biggest knock on them was they're winning these games in such unique ways. The blocked field goals, the DPIs.
12-0 in one-score games.
Yeah, 12-0 in one-score games. Now we get to this year, same situation, just coin flip going the opposite way. They're 0-5.
Yeah.
They've either got to not make it a one-score game or figure out a way to win those one-score games. So that's the game plan, boys, if you're wondering. If you're the Chiefs, that's how you do it. But look at the Chiefs' schedule right now. They got the Colts at home, Cowboys away, Texans, Chargers are very inconsistent as well. We saw what the Jacksonville Jaguars just did to them. Absolute dummy session right there. Dummy session.
Jaguars beat their ass, man.
Beat their ass.
And I was surprised. I'm like, okay, Chargers were 4-1 in their last 5. Like they're still in the hunt. They're still in the hunt with the division. Like they're still a team that's finding ways. You got Justin Herbert who can win any football game. Don't have to put an O-line in front of him. The dude finds a way to win. And for them to just get killed by the Jaguars, who Jaguars have been inconsistent. They were sneaky at the very beginning. Then they were kind of like, okay, they seem like the Jaguars of old over the last few weeks. But now it's like the Jaguars sneaky tough in the AFC right now.
Sneaky tough. They're back to sneaky tough. I'm going to say they're sneaky dead, but
how can you say they're sneaky dead after beating the Chargers?
If they can be sneaky tough, they can also be sneaky dead. Because this is what sneaky is. Sneaky is hope. All right, I'm just taking the hope and being the negative portion of the hope.
Right, but you're taking the hope after an insanely optimistic ass whooping.
Insanely optimistic ass whooping. When they beat the Chiefs, there was insanely optimism going around there. What happened after that?
But you're saying after
they
35,
the little boats, they row the boats across the pond, ass whooping.
But you're saying Jags after a 35-6 win. You're like sneaky dead.
Sneaky dead, because everyone's like, oh, they're so alive right now because the ass whooping they just put on. Sneaky dead.
Okay.
What's the Jags record right now?
6-4.
Sneaky dead. That's a great record to be sneaky dead. That's a great record to be sneaky dead. I don't need to see Herbert's hotter brother. Okay, sure.
By the way, I did not know Herbert had a brother in the league.
That's crazy.
Sure,
That's crazy, right?
Puts Herbert's hotter brother plays for the Jags. Tight end for the Jags? Yeah.
They sound exactly the same when they talk.
Yeah, look alike,
funny.
sound alike. And I see that there's a Herbert tight end down there in Jacksonville.
Talk to me about Steelers Bengals. I know the Steelers won that game, but a little note there says Rodgers hurt wrist, could be out. What happened there?
I think it's a small break or something like that. Allegedly.
Alleged small break.
Per Aaron Rodgers' sources, they said it was a very weird report, but I guess someone close to Aaron Rodgers let them know that
Someone said they were close
he
to him?
believes he has a broken left wrist.
Day to day.
Not throwing him.
Not throwing him.
It's nothing, A-Rod.
I'll tell you what, there's not going to be a more A-Rod moment than he goes out for the next game with a club on his left hand and just goes and fucking slings that thing. Someone tries to get him, he gives him a little jab in the throat. I kind of like it. I like the adversity.
Speaking
of inconsistency, Steelers.
well, you were going to say jab. This is kind of for you. The Steelers game, there was a spit gate with Jamar Chase and Jalen Ramsey. And I guess Jamar Chase allegedly spit at Jalen Ramsey and then he punched him. I don't know if you guys saw that. But yeah, they reviewed the film.
Him with the
Jamar
two
Chase-
piece combo.
He definitely spit. And then they interviewed Jalen Ramsey after. Did you see his interview after? It was like...
He said respectfully.
Respectfully, he's like, when someone spits on me, I don't care about football at that point. Respectfully. He's like,
Yeah.
he said, fuck football at that point.
He said, oh, somebody spits on me, it's up.
Yeah.
I don't even care about football at that point. Respectfully.
It was a grimy ass spit too.
Was it, Lil Luke?
You didn't see that?
No, I didn't. My dad came over and wanted to talk about his love life. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to watch these games right now, dude. Classic Dave. I'm going out with this girl. I had Dave win Rebel Lewan. She had herself she started a band and they had their first little outing at this bowling alley and they were singing 2 original songs at 4:45. And I go, Dave, you trying to go to this? It'd be awesome. I'm thinking grandfather. He's like, I got this. I got this date. Got to meet up with this girl. I got plans. I'm thinking. I look up and go, hell of a grandfather. All right, Dave.
Swipe left, man.
Yeah. Just all right, Dave. But it was last minute, so I got to give Dave a little bit of credit. It was a last minute invite. That's on me.
Go see this live music.
Live music. And I'll tell you what, the girls kind of had themselves a couple of choreographed dance moves.
Sold out.
It was sold out. I know it was hard to find a seat. I know that.
Are there any instruments in this band?
No,
Hell yeah.
just three little girls singing them. They're called the Squashes, dude.
Hell yeah.
Win summer squash.
Oh.
Yeah.
He could have been in the crowd like
She had herself a little, like they were singing together, a cappella style. When all of a sudden Win singing by herself. I'm like, oh, let's fuck it.
She rapping or she just
No, this one little girl did rap though. And she started hitting him. I was like, oh my God.
bars?
Well, yeah. Bars for an 8-year-old for sure. It was impressive to see. Kind of sat there, just smiled. When it was like staring me down the whole time she was singing. I'm thinking, all right, we're fucking doing this, man.
any K-pop Demon Hunter?
No K-pop Demon Hunter, but hey, I'll tell you what, that album hits. Onward, back to football. I just wanted to have that little nugget for you guys. Dave made me miss that game.
What were we on? Jamar Spitter and Quitter.
We have a spitting problem, bro.
There's
do
a
have a
spitting
spitting problem.
issue going in the NFL. Hey, we can't stand for it, right, boys? Hands in, right? We can't we can't stand for that.
Who started the spit gate?
Hands
who
in.
started Spitgate here?
Hands in. We can't have that in the NFL. Am I right, Will?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's
Yeah.
disgusting. I
Can't
think it's
do
the
it.
lowest of lows.
It's the lowest of low. That is scumbag move. It's a scumbag move if you spit on somebody.
Is there any coming back from Spitgate?
Yeah. You can come back.
What advice, what would you tell, as a guy who's been a spitter before, what would you tell Jamar Chase reviewing the tape?
Start a podcast with your best friend and apologize publicly.
Okay.
That's what I would do every day.
Do you think
Every time it comes up and your boys want to once again kick you while you're down about spitting, own it, live it, apologize about it. That being said, TJ, once again, I am sorry.
Do you think Jalen Ramsey would ever go on that podcast?
No, probably not.
Yo, the way Jalen Ramsey was answering that question too, it seems like all he wants to do is fight Jamar now.
We know this about Jalen.
I know, but you think
Jalen's an on-site type of
it's
dude.
like in the offseason when the receivers or DBs, when the corners, when they get together, they always have this good, they always have this rapport, this respectful rapport, they respect each other and stuff. It's like I'm so curious now if they're going to be around each other in the offseason.
There'll be something, man. There'll be something. Miami, Houston, something's going to happen. That's the spit right there.
Dude, it was a
That
thick
is a
one.
thick boy.
It was a loogie.
Cold game.
That's cottonmouth type of shit.
it's
Yeah. A little
popping up.
phlegm in there.
That's he's drank a lot of Gatorade and he had it fizzling
Right.
up there in the back of the throat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is a like a heartburn spit.
I
Yeah.
think more
That's a
spit
heartburn
came out of his
spit.
mouth than he had yards that game.
Ooh. That
it
shit,
hurt
that
my
shit when
fantasy.
Jalen said, man. Jalen should have said that.
Damn.
Jalen snapped off like that.
We can say that.
Yeah, I can say
So
that.
Jalen fights him. Does he get ejected from the game?
Ejected.
Ejected out of here.
Yeah.
Basically, just a full.
Because when you're watching it go down, and I'm kind of rewatching the clip without knowing that Jamar spit on him. When I see it go down, I'm like, what is Jalen fucking doing, bro? They're kind of sitting there talking, then Jalen kind of like punch grabs him in the face mask. They're going back and forth, and Jamar just keeps his hands down the whole side. I'm like, I wonder what Jamar said to him to set him off. Like, good on him for getting him riled up, and he's got the flag and everything else.
Right.
But now that I see this loogie getting spit on him,
It's on site.
It's
on
tough, too.
site.
It's tough.
It's
too,
on
'cause,
site.
It's on site.
I tell you what, dog.
In the locker room, Jamar's like, I ain't never spit on nobody. I don't open my mouth for that guy. It's like, there is a fat loogie coming out of your
Right.
mouth, bro.
Could have been something else, dude.
he also
Just own it.
He also didn't know that there's a video out there.
Yeah, the game's televised.
Games are all televised, dude. They'll
At
always
that point,
get
you gotta go, hell yeah, I did. Spit all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. I wonder how that all. What are you doing in a game? Somebody spits on you.
I'm telling on him right away.
You're not fighting though.
Yeah, I'm pointing at him.
Hey,
Hey, ref!
Yeah, yeah.
Dog.
hey, there you just hear him hawk it up, and then you just open your mouth.
Spit on your chest. You try and like drop your.
Joke's on
I'd
you.
lick that shit if I could. Bro. Hey, ref.
Hey, ref. Oh,
Maybe that's
my
what it is.
God.
You just wipe it and then fucking lick it, then tell on him.
Yeah, I mean that's some psychotic shit that throws off.
Yeah,
He spits
yeah.
on you. He gets ready to square up with you, and you just fucking.
Lick it. Tastes like a bitch.
Oh, you're so cute when you get mad.
And there's a win. That's a win right there. That's a win. Tastes like a bitch. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Spit
Spit
gate.
Big gate.
Next.
Bears.
What a
Vikings.
great way to handle it too, right there.
Tastes like a bitch. Well, JJ McCarthy throws 2 more INTs. The Vikings lose to the Bears 19-17. Here's what I'll say about JJ. It's not, obviously, statistically, it's not going great right now. Watch the film, though, dude. He shows flashes where he's throwing guys as they're breaking out of their route, ball placement in certain situations. Like, he has the ability to be a good quarterback in the NFL. He does. And we've got to, this is what, his 6th start? So we're in middle of
Fifth,
October,
sixth,
rookie
seventh.
year. Oh, no. That was tough to look at. Oof. But yeah, dude, he has the ability. Now the question is how long are the Vikings going to be patient with him? Give him a chance, because you see it on film, dude. He's got a couple of throws here and there, a couple of drop ones by Addison during that game. Had a nice one to Addison for a touchdown. Addison on my fantasy team. We'll take that. He's got the ability. Now, can he mentally overcome some of these blemishes that continuously happen during the games? Because if you're throwing 2 INTs a game, buddy, you're gonna run into an issue. That said, you see the touch on the ball, you see the deep throws every once in a while. There was one in his last game where the dude was breaking off to the left and he throws it. DB's draped all over him and he puts it in a spot that only the receiver catches. Like, you watch that throw and you're like, that's an NFL quarterback. But then you see the stat line, it's like, obviously it's not what you want. It's not going to win you games. It's not going to make you a playoff championship caliber team. So we will see. We will see.
Yeah, to me, it's just all patience. I just don't want to be in the camp where you're like, is JJ the guy for the Vikings or not? I flirted
Right.
with that this year with Caleb Williams. He's had a season and a half under his belt, and the dude does nothing but show up in the 4th quarter. And yeah, when it's on script, he looks great. When it's off script, the dude, the way he's able to get mobile and whip the ball around, his talent is unreal.
How elusive he is, man.
Yeah.
He is, like, I know people want to say like Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, as far as elusiveness. I think Caleb is the most elusive quarterback in the NFL. There are times where guys are draped on him. He is able to get out of those things. He's way more athletic than people give him credit for. He's way more quick twitch. His ability to extend plays, I think, is one in the NFL right now, especially with the Lamar we're kind of seeing this year. Is he hurt? Is he not? But I think Caleb Williams is the most elusive quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, and just the vibe they got right now in Chicago. Again, people are gonna talk about their schedule, but at the end of the day, they're 7-3. They're winning games. They're winning games late, like game-winning drives with Caleb Williams. And then you go into the locker room, Ben Johnson, and hear the post-game speeches and just how fired up the locker room is. Like they have a lot of momentum right now. And again, going back, like for just the way Caleb Williams has been playing. And the way everybody, myself included, flirting with this is not the guy for Chicago, everything else. It's like he's had a year and a half of football to be played. And J.J. McCarthy's only at start 5 or 6. Right. And yeah, he's playing inconsistent. He's got flashes. And people want a lot more out of him, which is all justified. But again, it's like you got to give him patience. You have to give him patience. Dude has had injuries both years. And Minnesota's just not going to be a team that's in the playoffs this year. So, it's like having that expectation. You eliminate that expectation. Just hope the kid gets better as the season goes on.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson, Coach of the Year nominee.
Yeah.
Has to be in the conversation.
He has to be in the conversation.
Does he hold the candle to Vrabel right now, though?
I think so.
Well, again, it's his first year. And everybody was saying they don't have the roster. They don't have the team. Hasn't been the head coach before. Caleb Williams, is he the guy? He's not the guy for Chicago. And all they've done is get these wins. And they're 7-3. Then you got what's his name, Steichen from the Colts.
You want the odds right now?
Yeah, what are the odds on FanDuel?
It's Vrabes, Shane Steichen, Mike McDonald, Dave Canellis, Ben Johnson, Sean McVay. So Ben Johnson plus 2,000.
Might be worth a little pepper on that one.
Dave Canales in Carolina. I mean, he's doing his thing down there.
He's like kind of sneaky.
Who would have thought
sneaky good
11 weeks into the season that the Panthers would have a better record than the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That one hurts.
Impressive.
Yeah, coming from a Chiefs guy, I'm sure that one hurts to say.
Is that breaking that Matthew Stafford is now in the lead for MVP odds?
It did change.
Yeah, they were tied.
Stafford
is Josh Allen with a big bump too.
Stafford is the favorite at plus 135. Drake May second, plus 175. Josh Allen third, plus 450. Jonathan Taylor plus 900. Patrick Mahomes is fifth, plus 2,000. And sixth,
get him out.
Jalen Hurts plus 4,000.
Oh, Mitch, hold on. Chiefs guy. The only guy that kind of holds the Chiefs flag, and you're saying get Patrick Mahomes out of there?
No. I'm talking about get that 5th place guy.
Sixth place guy.
The number one seed in the NFC.
Jalen Hurts should not be in the MVP conversation.
Neither of them should.
I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're 100% right.
Yeah, I don't feel like Mahomes should be, I guess, again, if any team can do it, it's the Chiefs. That's what's going to be the saying for the rest of the season.
That is the question.
Until they absolutely cannot make the playoffs.
If the Chiefs go win 6 of their last 7, because they're 5-5 right now, right?
Yeah.
If they win 6 of their last 7, and they do it in the way the Chiefs have to do it, which is by Mahomes' magic, is he the MVP of the season?
I think Caleb Williams should be in that conversation.
Over Jalen Hurts, I agree.
Yeah.
Also, Sam Darnold. I know he just threw for 4 picks.
Yeah, he threw for 4 picks.
He's not in the top 3, but as far as on these odds, like quarterbacks who have been playing well, like he had a bad game.
What about JSN?
Where's
Danny Dimes? Well, he had the one bad game. He had a bye this week. The week before
Daniel
that they
Jones
won,
is
so the week before that.
What about JSN?
He had like 2-3 interceptions. What's that?
JSN.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
No. What was his stat line?
FanDuel trying to get some easy money from people. Oh, Jalen Hurts. Like Clump's probably put in the odds on Jalen Hurts.
He had
that's just by FanDuel right there.
Plus 4,000.
That was a future MVP.
Yeah.
No, I don't even.
Speechless.
I can't even make a joke off that. Yeah.
Here's the list extended, by the way.
So Sammy D's sitting at 8 right now, at plus 5,000, behind Hurts, dude. That is just crazy to me. Jackson Smith and Jigba, he's way down the list at plus 10,000.
Yeah.
Can I get his stat line from yesterday?
Yeah.
Can I see that? Because I was at the
I think he had at least 100.
The rehearsal yesterday when that game was going on. And when that 3:30 slate hit, dude, I was like, look at these games. I cannot wait to sit on this couch and watch. That's when Taylor hit me with, hey, we got this thing today that I didn't tell you about. And I was like, all right, I guess that's what we're doing.
I can honestly, I can see now why Stafford's in the lead. Like you beat a Seattle defense. Like Seattle's defense.
3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Yeah, bro. And that was a defensive battle. Like that game was fun to watch.
How many games in a row does Stafford have 3 touchdowns?
I think he had 2 this
year. He had 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
Yeah, he only had like 150 yards and 2
Kyron
touchdowns.
Had one, yeah.
But against Seattle's defense, you don't give the ball away. Like you don't throw an interception. I can see like why they have him as a front runner.
I mean, Stafford threw for 130.
Because you're going to bring schedules into it.
Yeah.
Then, yeah,
JSN,
Stafford, the way that they beat Seattle.
how is he continuously open down the field
He's a
for
dog,
9
bro.
receptions and 105 yards? That is just mind-blowing to me.
He's smooth. Too.
Smooth, bro. Like, he has got some crisp movements.
They were
Dude.
talking about it on the broadcast. He has 46% of the target share. So that means like 46% of the passes are going to him.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Which is
Man,
like absurd.
Sammy D had Rashid Shaheed yesterday in the end zone and just underthrew him a little
underthrew
bit
it.
Really?
to where the corner was just long enough to get his hand on it. But, dude, Shaheed beat this dude off the line of scrimmage, and his speed getting to the end zone
You
was
almost
just
have to throw it
unreal.
earlier.
Yeah. That's one where it's like it's week 2 of Rashid being on the roster.
Right.
Sammy trying
Go
to figure
get it.
him out a
Go
little
get
bit,
that
but this
dialed
dude
in. Yeah, not
is
understanding the
fast,
speed.
man.
Like, oh
Yes.
shit, this guy's that fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go get that
Man.
dialed in.
It
He
is
looks good
awesome
in
the way,
Seahawks uniform.
like, we'll get to college football, and I know, like, the chaos has kind of, like, slowed down a little bit with the chaos possibilities in college football with what happened this past weekend. But as much as that's kind of gone down, the NFL, it's getting spicy. And that who's going to be that 6-7 in the playoffs.
Yeah. I think the chaos has picked up in college football.
You were saying before, I know you're a big, like, just like a bracketeer. Like, I lean on the Will Compton experience to kind of give me the lay of the land. Then you walked in the building today, you go, Texas ruined the chaos. So I just go in my head like, I guess the chaos is kind of slowing down in college football because I love to hear about it, but I'm not a guy that's like, in there with the yarn ball and the cork board trying to
I
figure
should
it
have
out
said
like you
Texas ruined
We can say that
maximum
for the
chaos.
Maximum chaos.
Maximum chaos.
chaos. We'll get to that.
We interrupt this episode to bring you and shout out a few of our sponsors. Our first one up, Form Energy. Form Energy delivers best-in-class taste with natural flavors and zero sugar. Form Energy has natural caffeine derived from green tea and comes in a variety of flavors. Screamin' Freedom, Grape Smash, Blue Blitz, and Orange Fury. And perfect for those who put in the work. If you're a person who wakes up in the morning, gets a workout in, puts a full day's worth of work, and still gives it their all when they come home, you are a Form Energy guy. Form Energy, we do the work.
We do the work. We are also brought to you by Rose Sparks. Rose Sparks are a 2-in-1 prescription treatment for guys who need a secret weapon against softness. Rose Sparks can give guys bigger, thicker, longer erections because they get fuller. After Rose Sparks dissolve, they work in 15 minutes on average. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off their first order on Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with the provider at ro.co/bussin to find out if prescription Rose Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/bussin for $15 off your first order. Bring us home, Will.
Nothing like throwing some caffeine in your system, throwing in a Rose Sparks, and then getting your hands on some Blue Diamond almonds, especially the blueberry or the dark chocolate almonds. Blue Diamond almonds are the super nut that hits you with that little protein punch to keep you going. Available in 20-plus flavors like honey roasted, wasabi, and soy sauce. That is a sleeper, boys, and smokehouse. In this football season, you could win a $10,000 grand prize or hundreds of other instant win prizes with Blue Diamond. Visit bdsweeps.com for a chance to win. No purchase necessary. It ends November 30th, 2025 and open to 50 U.S. and D.C. 18 plus. For rules, visit bdsweeps.com. Void where prohibited. Blue Diamond Almonds, the official snack of Big Ten football and football fans everywhere. Let's get back to this recap.
Well, we should talk about Heartbreak Hotel or optimistic loss. Titans, Texans. I know it's kind of like that. This is chaos in its own. We live in Nashville, Tennessee. We got obviously the two biggest Tennessee Titans fans sitting over here. We both played for the Titans, so obviously, like every Sunday when they play, you're gonna watch it a little bit. You're gonna make sure you keep tabs. Jeff Simmons is back, obviously on an absolute wrecking ball. Defense is 10 times better when he's in it. But give me your guys' thoughts because we're looking at Tennessee Titans that have the number 1 overall pick right now, and then the next 6-7. I don't know why I keep saying that, dude. The next 5 or 6 teams are like two-win teams. So we're kind of in this, like you could be the first overall pick or like the 8th. It's very interesting dynamics taking place. I love to hear from the Nashville boys about where their hearts are at, their minds are at when it comes to the future of this franchise.
I'll let Jack take the bulk of it, but you earlier saying that you want to lose to have a draft pick
When did I
is
say that?
painful. Earlier this morning.
I think it's a if you look at long-term
But you don't want
relief.
to win. They don't ask how, they ask how
As
many.
a player, as a player, if I am in
You
that
want
locker
to win
room,
a football game.
if I'm in that locker room, the only thing that matters to me is winning. Sitting on a bus,
You're not playing in Cabo right now if you're in that locker room?
no, I was never that guy.
Okay.
Ever.
I'll believe you.
I was also too young to like get to that experience. By the time, like when I was older, and those bad thoughts could creep in, we were like in playoff hunts, winning and such. So, but I like to believe I would never. I remember being the first 2 years and these guys talking about Cabo and being like, "These fucking guys don't like this is football. Like you need to understand. Like this is all we got." Type of mentality.
Yeah.
These older guys might be looking at that way in Tennessee, but as a player, you want to win every single game. If I'm looking at it like strictly from what is going to give us the fastest and clearest path to becoming a successful franchise in the NFL, that answer would be having the one pick. When you have the one pick and you have your first overall pick last year being the quarterback, you have a big opportunity to play teams against each other, have that game of chess, that house of cards, like or smoke and mirrors where you gain a lot of more draft equity or liquidity, and you're able to bounce back a few spots to get the guy you still want, setting yourself up for years down the road. You have to pick him right. But I'm just saying, from a managerial standpoint, looking at this team, the best move is to have the first overall pick. Player, throw everything I just said out the window. You want to win games regardless.
Unless you're a vet, like the older guys in that locker room, everybody's absolutely planning their offseason plans.
I don't think Big Jeff is, though. He seems pissed.
Jeff is in a very unique situation.
He's the oldest guy on the team.
He's the longest tenured guy on the team.
Yeah.
He is in a contract-ish year. Like he sees all these contracts happening. He comes in, body looks phenomenal. His body of work is incredible. He gets a little injured. Like Jeff is fighting for the team to win, no doubt, because he's a competitor, but he's also like that checkbook. Like what's that bank account look like? Because he knows where the level he's playing at right now, he's underpaid. And you have a quarterback that's in the first contract. He's in his first contract, so you don't have all this crazy money being flown to the quarterback. He's in a good position to get broke the fuck off by the Titans.
Yeah, I just would like for us to go for 2 at the end there. Like, what do you have to lose? Go for the win.
Me, if I'm a fan, you want to win. You want to win as many games as possible. But if you're sitting there the last game of the season, and it's already you've lost every game. What's the Titans' record right now?
1-9.
1-9. If you're sitting there at 1-8, 1-15, playing the Jets, what's the Jets' record right now?
I think he plays Saints.
They're a 2-win team.
Let's say you guys are both 2-14 playing the last game of the season. If I'm a fan, it's the last game of the season. You're 2-14. I would be hopeful that we lose, so that way you can have the number one overall pick.
I would rather be beat straight up than to lose the way we lost yesterday.
I'll never be a fan that wishes for my team to lose. I will never be a fan that wishes for my team to lose. For the optimistic, yes, you can spin a positive notion on it after you've lost. Like, all right, at least we have the number one pick. But when we're playing a divisional game in Nashville and it goes down to a last-second field goal, if you're a Titans fan wishing that the Texans win, go fuck yourself. You're not a Titans fan. And right now, the way the NFL works, the number one pick, 1, is a lottery ticket. You have no idea who you're going to get. 2, the way that the league works, it is not like it was 10 years ago. Pick 1 and pick 3, 4, and 5 can all be same. There are guys who were 6th-round picks that are better than the first-round picks. Each year, there's a first-round pick that goes to the Hall of Fame. There's also a first-round pick that's a bust and leaves the league in 2 years. I'm not devastated that we lost on a last-second field goal. There's positives to spin, but I'm in that stadium wishing that we beat the Texans because it's a divisional game. I despise the Texans.
Yeah.
They were flooding our city. Losing does not build culture. What our team lacks is culture. We have nothing to stand on there. So we need sometimes those kind of wins. And yeah, there's an argument where if it's the last game of the year and, it's basically the loser's going to get the first round pick, that's something. There's still a handful of games left to where I don't want to have that conversation. But yeah, it's brutal to take that loss to a divisional game. And I hate when people bank on the tanking aspect because you have no idea what's going to play out. We had the first round pick. Right now, there's so many issues. A win could do our city a lot of good. You just need guys to buy in more. And yeah, Big Jeff was fucking furious. There were a lot of weird calls too. I mean, that game was excruciatingly boring up until about 10 minutes left.
That's the thing about your team, though. If your team is boring to watch, it's still your team. So every play is exciting. It's the person that's not a fan of the Titans watching the Titans being like, why the fuck are we watching the Titans?
I mean, it was not exciting to watch at all. It was 3-0 until the third quarter, and then it was 6-0. It's just, yeah.
I'm with you. Win as many as you can. My question was more of like, if you get to the last game of the year,
game,
and both teams
conversation.
say they're tied 2-14, you're almost like, because again, you're like, yeah, you're right. It's a lottery ticket. You never know who's going to win what. But Tennessee, knowing that they have their quarterback of the future, you have the first overall pick. There's a team out there that wants a quarterback badly, so you have a leverage to get more draft capital.
For sure.
If it's the Jets, like if you have the number 2 overall pick and they have the 1, they need a quarterback. You know they're going to take a quarterback. Whoever you want is still going to be there. So I feel like if you're
right, but if you're a team later in the round and you want a quarterback and you want a deal, you're going to call the first overall pick in the draft knowing that the Jets are sitting right there. They want a quarterback. Hey, we need to go up and get our guy. We think he's the guy. You pick up the phone and call Tennessee, and that's when you start wheeling and dealing. Yeah. And Tennessee could be in a spot to where they have the leverage to shop that first overall pick.
The huge positive that the Titans are sitting in right now is if you do have a top 5 pick, you're one of the only teams that don't need a quarterback. You've picked your quarterback. So if you're sitting at 1, Jets are 2, they need a quarterback. Miami will probably need a quarterback. The Saints will probably need a quarterback. Who else am I forgetting about? Minnesota. Hey, but honestly, if it keeps going that way, Minnesota might want a quarterback. It just depends on their patience.
I mean, they have Will Howard.
Yeah, Will Howard. But still,
you never know.
You have all these teams right behind you that want a quarterback, and there's going to be 2, maybe 3 guys that guys look like they're like, this is our dude. Fernando Mendoza, Dante Moore. Ty Simpson is another individual. And it's like, if you know your guy is, insert one of those names, you have to call the number 1 pick to ensure you're going to get that guy. That's where, as a Titans fan, and the ability to look at it, be like, we need the number 1 overall pick, is if you're sitting at 3, 4, or 5, your leverage is now gone. And you're able to get multiple first-round picks for the future because they're taking a massive gamble that this is our quarterback for the future. That's what we want. And then you pull back to 5, you have 2 extra picks going into the next year, and you're able to get Caleb Downs, who's the first person that's sitting on the screen in front of us, or this tackle, which I don't think you take a tackle, dude.
Carson Beck.
You take a quarterback? 2 Miami quarterbacks back to back. But you're able to get your guy and draft capital. That's where, and then Jack, everything you're saying, like there's gonna be a Hall of Fame guy in there, and there's gonna be a bust in there. That's what the draft is. It is the lottery. You're gonna find out, hey, how good is our front office? That's why you pay them all the money. That's why this guy came from the Chiefs to make those decisions. But you get the guy you want. You get this Jordan Tyson kid from Arizona State, or whoever it is. It's like, holy shit, look at the pieces we're putting together. Free agency was a few months before that. You can make a huge turnaround faster having the first overall pick.
We're talking to Jack right now. There's still a handful of games left.
Handful of games.
I think the whole thing is
handful of games.
There's 7 games left.
The guy you wanted to, probably.
Yeah, I think 1 through 4.
We're talking about leverage.
Yeah.
That's all we're talking about. You win the games, that's great, but now you're sitting at 3, 4, 5. Well, 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They want a quarterback. You're not in a position to be like, you want your guy, you can come up right to here, and we'll move back 3, 4 spaces.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, I'm not upset that we lost. Obviously, like, part of me is like, dang, wish we would have. But in the moment in that game, there's no part of me that is actively rooting for us to lose.
I agree.
But
and that's how you should be.
When it's all said and done, I sit here on the bus. I'm like, hey, we're good.
Right.
1 game, whatever. And it'd be great if we get the number 1 pick. I would love that. We're obviously in a continual rebuild right now. But yeah, I'm not going to actively root against my team ever. The win that you guys have, or the situation you guys have, is if you don't get the right coaching. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
That's where it starts.
No, where's the we?
If we don't get the right coaching, we're fucked.
I know. Absolutely
cooked, done.
And McCoy's most likely finishing out the rest of the season, but yeah, there's a lot. And I drove by the new stadium for the first time.
Damn, Jack, first time?
I mean, is this not close enough to the mic?
I don't know. Apparently not for Mitch. Not for Mitch.
I mean, if I don't even know what I was saying.
You drove by the new stadium.
Christ.
You drove by the new stadium for the first time.
Yeah. Anyways, the stadium is starting to look beautiful. They put in all the glass windows, which is really nice. And, time is ticking. 2027. If we don't have stuff figured out, if you think the conversations we've been having this year as Titans fans are difficult, Just wait till we're in a really shiny new play toy box and we are god awful. It's not going to be good, but we have time. The way you looked up at me and said time, man, I felt that hope. It's on Amy. She's got a.
How about old Lane Kiffin?
I do not want a college coach coming into the NFL. That would be.
I'm with you. Shut it down.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
You want to get Joey Freshwater back in Nashville?
Yeah, way too many bachelorette parties out there for Joey Freshwater to just be running around. Way too many noon games for Sunday to have empty slates. Sunday night, go out, do whatever you want. I don't know. I mean, it'd be exciting, but
Arthur Muzzy Smith, dude. I'm telling you.
Wouldn't hate it.
Wouldn't hate it. Got to have a guy in here that understands the process. What? Oh, yeah. You get the head coach. He brings in his guys. But yeah, dude, it's tough because you guys, you're not picking from the top either. The Giants are going to get their first pick. Who else? Who else fired their coach? The Dolphins most likely will fire their coach. Who knows if Stefanski's going to be there in the Browns? I'm putting salt in the wound. Let's move on.
Hey, how about the Niners?
Once again, man.
Good for Brock.
Brock Purdy.
Sneaky 3-loss team.
Sneaky 3-loss
Kyle
team.
Shanahan, sneaky in that Coach of the Year conversation.
I know, man.
And Purdy balled, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he did have a great catch. Dude, the Niners. And yeah, Purdy, this is the biggest story to come out of there, is all the question marks of, is Mac Jones the guy?
I'm fired up for Purdy.
Fired
He
up
went
for
out
Purdy.
there and lit it up.
Friend of the show.
Yeah, friend of the show.
He absolutely.
They could be a team that peaks at the right time, too.
Yeah.
Because they're still getting all used to each other and having healthy guys back on offense.
Yeah.
Obviously, defense is injured, but y'all know it's all about peaking at the right time, and they definitely are far from peaking.
Far from peaking.
And the NFC West is crazy, too.
Yeah, it really is. Even, I mean, I know the Cardinals got decimated. I didn't even watch their game. Oh, they played the 49ers. I know they got decimated against the Seahawks the week before, and they didn't do well here, but they are like sneaky competitive at times. Brissett had a couple nice balls out there.
There's just a handful of teams out there that can ruin your Sunday.
Yeah.
Like the Dolphins, the Cardinals. Like they could pull off a win against any good team, and it
Panthers.
shakes everything else up.
Yeah,
The Panthers.
Look at the Niners' upcoming schedule.
Yeah, they got the Panthers. They got the Browns.
7th seed too right now, so they're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Can you bring up the NFC standings?
That is crazy. They go Panthers, Browns, Titans.
Can we just get a thought on the Seahawks? Do we think less of them as a team now because they lost to the Rams?
No.
Okay,
no.
I feel the same exact
Four
way.
interceptions, missed game-winning field goal.
4 picks and we're right there.
And had an opportunity to win it at the end. I think if they play that game again, I'm taking the Seahawks.
I think the Seahawks won that or lost that game more than the Rams won it.
Yeah, I mean, the 4 picks. And as bad as the situations that they were in, the way the defense was showing up around the goal line, it was cinema, bro.
Absolutely.
You talking about just goal line defense? Bro, it's nuts.
That's
like
just man versus man.
Yeah, that's just man versus man. You get picks and you're kind of pinned, like you're just in a brutal spot. You're at a disadvantage, like when the offense is like down inside of your own 30 or 20. And it's like, all right, boys, you got to strap up and play, and to either, hold them to a field goal, bail them out, whatever it is. Like it's just a massive win. And it's fun watching defenses, like a defense like Seattle, fly around and still take pride and not feel like, oh, fuck, we threw a pick. Like they're probably going to go in and score.
Yeah. There's nothing more like momentum changing than getting a pick inside your own 50. But there's nothing more deflating as a team than when that pick happens and then you guys go 3 and out.
You don't get points out
that
of
might
it.
be worse than the momentum shift of getting the pick.
Yeah.
Like the other team's like, it kind of doesn't matter what we do on offense. Like our defense came to fucking play today.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff.
And the Rams defense was flying around as well. Like I just enjoyed watching that game. Like both defenses, the way the young defensive line for the Rams got after Sam Darnold, like getting pressure to him, like getting fast in his face. He's throwing balls. DBs are already breaking on the ball, picking it off. These two teams, I don't think any less. I don't think any less of.
They have a tough one next week.
Oh, we have a tier talk right here from at Nutty X Professor Jeremy Klum. Now that Will Compton is 1-7 betting against the Philadelphia Eagles on the locker room, will he stop betting against them? # tier talk.
Look, I've taken an ass beating against the Philadelphia Eagles. I've personally been chasing ghosts, like things that I think are there with Philadelphia.
Everybody has.
They're not showing up. And like that game last night against the Lions did not go at all the way I thought it would. What were the Lions, like 0 for 5 on 4th down? And every time they kept missing, there was one time I'm like, man, just kick a field goal. Like
Move on.
Yeah. I think they were on the 4-yard line and went for it on 4th and 4. And I'm like, I guess take the points here. I know Greg Olsen hates that. But yeah, look, I'm a loser betting against the Philadelphia Eagles right now. That's the only thing that I can say.
Right.
Like, I still think their offense is average. Their defense is elite. They play like this the rest of the year. Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Cooper DeJean, even Adoree Jackson played a good game last night. Quinyon Mitchell, Reed Blankenship, Zach Bond, Jalen Phillips. Campbell,
Great
number 30,
trade
the
acquisition.
linebacker from Bama. The way that unit played last night against the Lions, who is arguably they are one of the best offenses in the NFL. The way they shut them down, it was impressive. And again, they do enough on offense. But I've been taking an absolute ass beating against the Eagles this year. I'm a loser betting against the Eagles. I like the Cowboys this weekend.
I was gonna say you're in a unique spot because the minute you go away from the Eagles or go towards the Eagles and like join the bandwagon, that's when they lose.
Yeah, they're like, look, we don't want you over here. I'm like, listen, I'm not going over there. Your time will come. It just hasn't happened yet. You stuffed it down my throat. But right now, I
Spit in
like
your
the
mouth.
way. Yeah, they've been spitting in my mouth.
We got multiple spit games going on after week
the
11.
Jamar Chase loogies just going down my throat.
God bless, man. They really, I don't understand it. At this point, it's just like, yeah, we just got to assume they're going to keep winning and then pray they lose in the playoffs.
We're forgetting the biggest factor of the Philadelphia Eagles. Big Dom, who set up the meeting between Jeffrey Lurie and A.J. Brown. He's the godfather of Philadelphia. He
He's
sat
the
them both
godfather.
down. He said, A.J., don't go against the family anymore. I think the Eagles, they needed Big Dom to do that.
Who is the reporter that broke that down? Sal
Powell.
Yeah, Sal Powell. The way he was breaking it down. Diana Rossini writes a piece on Jalen Hurts and what's going on inside that offense. And I'm thinking, bingo. Sal Powell.
Thinking bingo.
Sal Powell breaks it down like a meeting that happened last Thursday between AJ and the owner on the field. He's like, in his 30 years of covering this team, he's never seen anything like it. And a lot of the credit goes under the radar, but he goes by all these different titles like operations, director of this, assistant head coach, all of the stuff. It's Big Dom. And he's like, this is the godfather saying, hey, you got to stop going against the family. Message was received. But yeah, Big Dom is out there putting out fires day in and day out with Philadelphia.
Big Dom. Good guy to have his number in your phone. And luckily we do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's worth giving a
he's the
call to
man,
this
bro.
week. He's worth giving a call.
We should have had him on.
Should have him on the bus. When he retires, bro, he will absolutely be on the bus.
He said he's down. He said he's down to come on the
but
bus
ain't no
maybe this
way.
offseason.
Some of the things he was telling us at that camp, ain't no way he could say half those
He's
things,
gonna have to
bro.
sign an NDA.
He's going to have to. Like, if you're the Eagles, you're like, do not go on that podcast. And they would call and be like, he can't go. And we would have to sit there and be like, we absolutely understand and agree.
How
You
do
should
we
not come on
even
the
know
podcast.
that the Eagles can tell him what to do? He tells the Eagles what to
exactly. He is the Eagles.
do. Yeah.
He's one of them. Maybe he owns the team. We just don't know it. He's
He's the shot caller.
Gotta get him a statue.
for real.
Right next to Rock.
They go and win it this year. It's like you just got to put a Dom up, man. Just put up a Dom at every Philly cheesesteak spot in Philly. God damn, Dom is the man. And I love how he was getting so much hate too. Like he was kicked out of a game. Was it against the Giants last year? He was like kicked out of a game, suspended. 49ers suspended. People started hating like this guy. He's a kook. He's just ripping around doing whatever. And then this year happens. And now it's like, oh no, this guy is actually the reason why it's keeping all these unique personalities together. Well, Sirianni's just like, we're just going to keep winning. Just going to keep winning. Big Dom, man. How about the Ravens, man? What's their deal? What is their fucking deal? They're going to keep winning. They're going to win the AFC North. Barely beat the Browns. Shedeur Sanders plays. Had put up an absolute stat line. 4 for 16, 47 yards and an interception.
That's his, look, welcome to the NFL moment. He's got one. Forged in fire.
And you know
Forged
that
in fire.
when Stefanski goes, all right, put him in. He's like, I'm about to light these motherfuckers up. He was like, this is the time. People are finally going to find out about me. Didn't go your way, bub. But listen, keep swinging.
a good game next week.
Yeah,
And
he'll
what's
get
that mean?
a full week of preparation. He'll, depending on Dylan Gabriel and the concussion protocol and everything else, but him having a full week of preparation is him going to be the guy.
Is him going to be the guy?
Yeah, is he going to be the guy? I could see a TJ Lateef game coming out right here.
Who do they
He gets
play
thrown
next
in at USC, kind of like, oh, he had this weird little stat line. Then boom, it goes out to UCLA and wrecks him.
Wrexham.
This
Who
could
do
be
the-
Shadur Sanders
the
next
Browns
week.
But TJ Lateef,
Yeah, baller.
also the few games he did play in, balled, didn't he?
He's played in one game.
But he did well.
Yeah, after he went into USC and kind of fumbled a one that we were going to
yeah,
take to the
yeah.
house, kind of like, oh, we're going to miss Raiola. It's like TJ Lateef. Can he play the rest of the year?
What a game.
Are we about to end 6-6 or whatever the record would have been?
What a game the Browns have coming up at the Raiders.
He's gonna
The
go off.
perfect game for Shadur Sanders to cause
Yeah.
some chaos
Crazy.
in that
what I'm
building.
saying.
Man.
Gino versus Shadur legacy game.
Legacy game.
I'm rooting for him. I hope he goes off.
I hope he does too.
Quick
I hope he goes
question
crazy.
on Shador. What do you think about he got sacked like for the first time and Hamilton hit the Shador? I saw Twitter going off about how it's crazy that he's done nothing in the NFL, but still NFL defenders still want to like mock his celebration and stuff.
I mean, he was so polarized.
Yeah, I mean, that's
in
just
NFL.
that's the game, bro.
Yeah, Cam, but a lot of people, even when they're not playing the Titans, I've seen a couple guys hit one of those. And it's like, oh,
I think that's a new one, but yeah.
swag is swag, dude.
Yeah, that stuff goes like you got defensive players doing it. Like that's like the new first down.
Yeah.
I feel like people hit that on first down now. We got all these celebrations that happen after. Yeah. But yeah, that's like you sacked him. Welcome to the NFL. Stand up over him. Give the Shadur Sanders.
As you should.
Hit the celly. Yeah.
We had a game in 2015 when Zach Mettenberger got, maybe 14. Zach Mettenberger got the start against the Titans, and he's had a Snapchat. And his Snapchat is him with a headband and a mustache. And the caption is, "This is my fucking team now." And it's like one of those. JJ Watt sacked him in the game, hit him with the selfie. So pettiness goes a long way.
Yeah.
Dude, it was like a little piece of news hitting around.
Yeah.
Like Zach Mettenberger.
Do you have the standings, Sherm?
Yes.
For-
I had it pulled up 1 sec.
One thing we should talk about the Browns too is just Myles Garrett, defensive player of the year, like clear favorite right now. Had another monster game.
4 sacks.
He is.
How many sacks do they have in the year? 14?
I feel
15?
like double digits.
They said 6 straight seasons over 12 sacks.
I mean, Myles Garrett is a freak.
Freak, bro. And he handles his pressers so well. How he sits there and they're like, he would trade all 5 of those sacks for one win. And it's like, that's exactly what you need your dude to ball out.
Yeah.
Like if he sat there and was like, I'm the man, it's like, oh, fuck, dude, you guys are losing. But he's just handling things so well right
Should give him the
now.
ball on offense.
Sherm, you can bring
Yeah.
up just the NFC standings, not the division.
15 sacks for Myles Garrett.
Type in NFC standings.
Yeah, hit conference.
Yeah, how many years in a row?
Who you got?
Now, double digits.
AFC.
Who you got making the playoffs right now?
Ooh, that's a great question. Without looking at schedules, I see the Packers dropping out and the Lions being where they're at.
You think the Packers don't make the playoffs?
Well, I forgot that the Bears are winning their division right now.
Is
I'll
there a
take-
playoff picture one, Sherm? If you scroll up on ESPN.
Oh, isn't it just the top 8?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, look, hit playoff next to standings. Yeah,
It breaks down the tiebreakers there too.
yeah.
Oh, nice. It's the same exact shit. Same exact thing. Listen, I love
think I
I love
saw
the
last
Bears and how they've been playing. I don't see them winning that division. I see the Lions winning that division. And then it's between the Bears and the Packers, I think, who gets that wild card spot. I could absolutely see the Panthers sneaking into a wild card spot.
They're a team you do not want to play.
They're so up and down. Just
Right?
Yeah.
Because it's like the NFC West, I think, is the number one division. I can see 3 coming out.
Yeah, I see.
Over the North.
Yeah, I see them. NFC West having 3 teams in there with the Niners, the Rams, and Seattle.
Yeah.
Then you got the Eagles. Then you got the Bucks. But again, it's like what's going to happen with the Bucks and the Panthers. But I have the Bucks winning that division. And then it's, yeah, I still got the Packers in it. I still got Packers and Lions.
Packers and Lions. So you're saying one of those NFC West teams fall out?
Yeah, I would say the Niners fall out.
The weird thing about the Niners is they are a team that the last couple of years have been hurt, and they just get more and more hurt. This is the first year they like started really hurt, and they're getting more and more healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kittle goes down early in the year, he's now back. Purdy goes down early in the year, he's now back. So I wonder if like they're going to, if they're having their starters kind of come back in the fold, less tread taking off the tires with the season, I could see them making a jump as before the last couple of years you've seen them kind of scale down a little bit. And then the Packers, bro, it's weird because the Lions do what they did against the Eagles, but the Eagles at this point, you just got to bend the knee and be like, bro, you guys are really the best team in the NFC right now until somebody says differently. You've beaten the Lions, you've beaten the Rams. They haven't played the Seahawks, correct? They haven't played the Seahawks, but like transitive property theory, whatever Pate wants to talk about, like you beat the Rams beat you, so that's what it is. I have more trust in the Lions than I do in the Packers. So I see the Packers falling away. I see the 49ers.
Right. I see the
getting up.
Lions winning the division. I'm saying if it's the last spot out of the Packers and the Niners, I just give the nod. I just give the nod to the Packers.
Let's pull up the Packers schedule. And I want to pull up and then we'll do the Niners schedule.
If you have the Lions winning, that means the Bears will be another team fighting for that spot then too.
That's true.
So that could be a team that's
I
out.
just don't see how.
You're right. A three-way fight between Packers, Bears, Niners.
Yes.
All right. So the Packers got to play the Vikings. We're gonna say that's a win. The Lions redemption game in Detroit. I see Detroit winning that game.
At Denver.
So those next two games, December 7th and
Ravens?
December 20th against the Bears. I think that's where we're gonna find out who's gonna be that third. Because the Bears, they've been hot right now, and the Packers are they're touch and go, man. It's very odd. Broncos. I mean, the Broncos, I can't hate on them anymore. Ravens are very interesting. Packers got a hard little deal. Go pull up the 49ers. Because they've already played Seattle once. They've already played the Rams. Beat the Rams. They played the Rams twice, yeah?
Yes. Played the Rams twice.
Okay, 49ers, Panthers, let's just say a win. Browns win. Titans win. Colts loss. Bears will find out. Seattle will find out. Seems like an easier path for the 49ers.
Yeah, it seems like, yeah. It'll be fun.
So you give the nod to the Niners over the Packers.
How about the AFC?
Let's go to the AFC. You're on the same page with that Niners?
I still like the Packers.
Okay.
I'm just thinking the Packers somehow find a way.
They just got to get more consistent
Yeah.
because they have a team.
How bad was Josh Jacobs' injury?
Not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Okay, Denver's now sitting at number 1. I see Denver winning the AFC West. I see the Patriots winning the East. The Colts win the South. The Ravens, I still believe, are going to come and take over the Steelers. I know it was the Steelers earlier in the year. I think they go and get that done. They're another team as well that remind me of the Niners. They're like injured, depleted. They're in a win or go home situation the rest of the year, and they're just continuing to find ways to win. Pittsburgh is very inconsistent from an offensive standpoint and from a defensive standpoint. Like they played well last week or yesterday. Who knows what's going to happen the week after that? The Bills are a wild card team. The Chargers.
So Broncos, Patriots, Colts. Who you got winning the AFC North? You got the Ravens or the Steelers?
I'm going to take the Ravens. I'm going to take the Ravens in that. So they bump up.
Ravens. And now you have the 2 wild card spots.
The 2 wild card spots.
I'm going to go Bills and I'm going to go Jaguars.
Hold on. There's 3 there, right?
Chargers?
And at 8.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7 are your wild card spots. So you have 3 spots. And I'm telling you, bro, Kansas City Chiefs, like Jacksonville Jaguars, we both have differing opinions on them. 2 inconsistent. The Chargers, 2 inconsistent. The thing that is like, if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be the Chiefs. I agree with that because the Chiefs have shown success for so long. And if you're going to take the Chargers, the Jags, and the Chiefs and be like, hey, which one of these teams makes it out into January, into the playoffs, you've got to sit there and say Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs are in a, if you lose again, fucked. Maybe not though, because the Jags, bro. The Jags are 6-4. Like they beat the brakes.
I think
bro,
there'll be
but
so many things that matter when the Steelers and the Ravens play the final game of the season.
That'll be fun.
Because if the Chiefs are sitting where you're thinking, like, it's almost like whichever team loses, that might just thrust the Chiefs in based on record alone. Because Chiefs would have to end the year, like, let's just say they lose to the Colts. They don't lose another game. They're 10-6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Because they got the Broncos again.
Who?
Chiefs, yeah.
Yeah, Chiefs at home. That game's another game I look at. I'm like, that gets played again. I think the Chiefs win that game at this
On
moment.
Christmas.
That game's on Christmas.
On JP's birthday.
Birthday game.
All right, let's hit a couple too. Hold on. Let's wild card. What were you thinking? You think Chiefs don't make it?
Yeah, I don't think the Chiefs
You get the
make it.
Chargers in there, the Jags in there. So you like the way it sits right now?
It's hard for me to say the Chargers after that ass whooping against the Jags that they'll be in it. To me, it's like it could come down. It's going to come down to what the Chargers or Chargers, Steelers, Ravens. Chargers, Steelers, Ravens. I mean, who knows with the Texans? I mean, they have an elite defense. They could still squeak out these weird wins just like they did against the Titans. They got the Bills this week. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen in that game.
Right. The Bills have to show a level of consistency too.
Yeah. As far as
Offensively, I
stopping
just
the
think
run,
the Texans are just so inconsistent, and they just shoot themselves in the foot, and there's not a place you can go. That's where the Texans can win the game
yeah, I'm
because
with
their
you.
run game's not strong. They're not great at passing.
Yeah, Nico Collins.
They got Nico Collins. Go blue.
Did
Like,
you
kid's a
see?
stud.
Did you see Steelers Darnell Washington absolutely beat the hell out of the entire Cincinnati defense?
Doing exactly what he was drafted to do.
There's a tier talk about it, Will.
There is. Wes Devoy at Wes Devoy 11 says Darnell Washington meets Will Compton in the flat. How bad is Will's concussion? That's what it says. Hashtag TierTalk. So this guy's concussed, writing about you getting concussed.
Yeah. There'll be a casualty.
Punching that ball.
Who's getting the casualty?
I think it's gonna be one of those situations where he runs through my face and says "night, night, motherfucker," like old buddy from New
Oh
Orleans.
shit! Is it a tackle though?
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna trip him up. It's gonna look a lot like what was his name, Rubkowski from the Packers, where he ran me over, but it was solo.
Solo.
Yeah, stat sheet list forever,
Yeah.
bro.
Yep. Internet, dude. It comes and goes.
Hey, the
Stat
second
sheet.
effort too by the Bengals defender, horrendous. Dude was scared
Running back.
going to run into him. Yeah, kind of like threw his shoulder in there, like, man, I'm about to get killed.
Smoked.
There's an angle when he's running down the sideline and that last guy that comes up to make a play, and he looks like he comes up to his waist, bro.
Yeah,
He's like
looks
6'7",
in-
320.
Stop saying that.
That's how tall he is. He's 6'7", 320.
We're gonna get a counter on you.
He's a tight end, and he weighs more than I ever did.
Jed Keel here. Hashtag TierTalk. Gruden to Atlanta. Is Raheem on the hot seat?
I mean, they're 3-7 right now. He seems like a great coach. I feel like he'd be
Great vibes guy for sure.
If he does, unfortunately get canned, I think he'd be a good fit.
Penix
here.
also is done for the season.
Breaking news.
Breaking.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Penix done for the season? Kirk
Kirk Cousins
Thuggins?
seasons.
It's not 100%.
He's getting a second opinion, but
It's
yeah.
most likely.
Kirk Thuggins?
What'd he do?
Thuggins.
Knee?
Knee injury. That's his third knee injury too.
I know, man.
Yeah.
Just a knee injury
He
thing.
had 2 in college.
Yeah, the knee injury thing for him getting fired. I don't know who made the call on drafting him when they had Kirk, but he's always had knee problems, so
2018.
that could get someone
I
fired.
think what you'll see with Kirk is some more under center.
I agree
Instead of
with that.
just living in the pistol
fully
the whole
agree
time.
with that.
Bijan season, man.
Finally. I mean, he had a game yesterday on fantasy. I think he got me like 29 points. He went off, but dude, Drake London too. Drake London might be the most underrated receiver in the
I
league.
think Drake London's banged up too, right?
Yeah, he is.
He's a stud.
My whole fantasy team is slowly. We just keep winning, but we are losing guys every single week. We just lose somebody.
Yeah.
We feel good, boys, about the recap.
Yeah, feel good.
All right, awesome.
Shout out Philly fans. Shout out Philly. But like I was telling Clump too, if we were in the war room, like Al Qaeda to me, like priority number one was the Kansas City Chiefs. They've always been the number one priority. We're taking Chiefs Kingdom down. It's taken a few years.
Right.
No one said it'd be easy.
Well, yeah. I mean, how long did it take to get Osama bin Laden?
20 years.
6, 7.
Yeah, I mean, bro.
But Broncos country, we are writing. Shout out Demon for that edit last night. It's going nuts right now. Shout out Demon.
Yeah. You can't honestly think that the Broncos are going to be Yeah, I can.
Bro, you called it
Always.
early.
Hey, we do have to give a little credit to Comp. Like he's had 6 or 7 calls this year where it's like, oh shit, like he kind of pulled that shit out of thin air, and it just ended up. You had one. You've had multiple in the college football, but also in the NFL. Where you're like,
Yeah,
I see
I've had a
these
weird-
teams.
I've had a
you've
weird
had
little
weird
number
like
there.
this team's gonna lose this week, and
Yeah.
everyone but you is on that team.
And then one week when everybody's like, "Oh, Will hates the Chiefs," I'm like, "I got the Chiefs against the Lions this week."
Yeah,
They ended up winning that game.
yeah.
You stand on enough hills, one of them is not going
Right.
to fall.
Yeah,
Well,
look,
yeah.
you'll get your.
Will is undoubtedly a shotgun theory guy. Like he's just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. But like we've got to kind of appreciate what has stuck this year. It's been impressive.
Patriots, Broncos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Broncos one's really just the one.
the Bronco one to me is
That but honestly, like when teams have like really too like on a bad Thursday night game, they'll usually turn it around. Like they did play abysmal against the Raiders, and it's like, oh, this is going to be peak everybody across the board Chiefs. But the Broncos defense is so fucking elite, dude. Like they played out of their mind against the Chiefs,
they did.
and it's like you trust the professionalism of old Bo Nix to watch the film hard. And like eliminating some of their penalties that they've been getting in the first half or in crucial situations.
And they went down to the first game all season. They went down their first drive and got points on the board.
Yeah. And this team knows that everybody doubts them too. You see everybody in the post game, dude, Buddy saying, hey, if you're going to say something about Bo Nix, kind of stand on the hill for Bo Nix. Then you see what's his name? The left tackle or the tackle for the Broncos.
Bowles. Garrett Bowles.
He's like, what are they going to say about us now? Like they're motivated. They hear all this outside noise.
Right.
And for a team to be, what are they, 9-2 right now, to have that type of motivation?
They're technically number one in the AFC.
Yeah,
It's
technically number
interesting
one
too
in the
because you
AFC.
have the Patriots who are 9-2 and the Broncos are 9-2, but two completely different storylines taking place on how people are viewing them as teams. Everyone's like, look how amazing Mike Vrabel is. Drake May's playing an unbelievable level. Like this defense is like all of a sudden come together, and the Broncos are like, they start slow. They find a way to win at the end. They're only good in the fourth quarter. All things that have come out of my mouth, and they just win, man.
And Bo Nix over his first 2 seasons, the most fourth quarter comeback wins in NFL history.
Ooh.
Damn, what a gamer.
How many is he at?
Listen, I don't know the numbers. I just know the statements.
But if you had to guess on the numbers, what would it be?
6, 7.
Yeah. Please subscribe, unsubscribe, and resubscribe. Use comments, please. If you enjoy the show, please subscribe to Bussin With The Boys. We will see you in a couple hours for the college football breakdown, huh?
Yeah.
Huh, boys?
Yeah.
You feel good about it?
A lot of chaos.
Any parting thoughts?
Lane Johnson out 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh.
Better than being out 6 to 7 weeks.
Yep.
So that's good.
I think that's good for the Eagles. Get him healthy for the playoffs. Honestly, he's been getting beat up all year.
Bro, Lane,
Let him take
if you
some weeks
cannot
off.
lose Lane.
Yeah,
You
war horse.
cannot lose Lane Johnson.
Let him off a little. Get healthy.
Yep.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds, man. Jalen Hurts, MVP. Clumps on it. Good value right now.
10 play caller since 2016. Usually that would be an excuse for players on why they're not good. He just wins Super Bowls, national championships.
That's all the time we
second
have
MVP.
today, guys. Please subscribe to Bussin With The Boys. And we will be hitting the college recap show very shortly. Big hugs, tiny kisses.